On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Extinction.
The complete disappearance of a species from the earth.
Examples:
Extinction prevention. Brink of extinction. The extinction of the dinosaurs is thought to have been caused by an asteroid impact.
Pigeon.
A stout-bodied bird with a small head, short legs, and a short, cooing call, typically found in cities and domesticated for food.
Examples:
A racing pigeon. Pigeon on the roof. The pigeon perched on the windowsill, pecking at the breadcrumbs left for it.
Abundant.
Present in great quantity.
Examples:
Live an abundant life. An abundant supply of water. The country has abundant oil and natural gas resources.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Flock.
A gathering of sheep, goats, or birds.
Examples:
Flock of sheep. Flock of spectator. When a flock of birds flies in, the hunt begins.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Tempest.
A severe or violent storm, especially one with strong winds and rain, a tumultuous outburst of emotions or feelings.
Examples:
Violent tempest. Tempest in a teapot. The sailor skillfully navigated his ship through the tempest.
Keystone.
The central stone at the top of an arch, which holds all other stones in place.
Examples:
Keystone for success. The keystone of campaign reform. The keystone of the arch held the structure together.
Enrich.
To make better or improve in quality by adding something else.
Examples:
Enrich a gas with a balloon. Enrich public services. Reading not only increases knowledge, but also enriches life.
Deciduous.
Of plants and shrubs, shedding its foliage annually, of teeth, antlers, etc., shedding its body parts at the end of a period of growth.
Examples:
Deciduous tree. Deciduous teeth. Deciduous leafy trees dominate the forests of the lower region.
Atlantic.
Relating to or located near the Atlantic Ocean, which is the second largest ocean on Earth, located between the continents of North and South America to the west and Europe and Africa to the east.
Examples:
Atlantic breeze, Atlantic salmon. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June to November each year.
Gulf.
A large ocean inlet or deep bay that is partially enclosed by land.
Examples:
Gulf War, Gulf Stream. The Gulf of Mexico is a body of water in the southern United States.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
Interstate commerce, the local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Hunt.
To go after and try to catch wild animals to kill them for food, sport, or profit.
Examples:
Hunt a job, hunt after knowledge. Hounds hunt their prey by using their keen scent.
Dense.
Containing a large number of people or something with little space between them.
Examples:
Nutrient-dense foods, dense forests. The entire mountain is covered in dense rainforest.
Slaughter.
The killing of a large number of animals or people brutally and indiscriminately, a violent and bloody event that results in the death of many individuals.
Examples:
Slaughter of animals, senseless slaughter. The slaughter of endangered animals must be stopped.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein, protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Specimen.
An individual example or sample of something, typically used to represent a larger group or category.
Examples:
Specimen collection, botanical specimen. The biology teacher showed the students a frog specimen so they could examine its anatomy.
Upside.
The positive aspect or potential of something, the upper side of something.
Examples:
Have no upside, market upside. Many people see the upside of traveling as an opportunity to experience new cultures and broaden their horizons.
Bison.
A large wild animal of the cow family that has shaggy manes, large heads, and short horns, and there are American bison, also called buffalo, and European bison.
Examples:
Endangered bison, American bison's meat. Large herds of bison used to live on the plains of this area.
Buffalo.
A large wild ox with shaggy hair found in Asia and North America.
Examples:
Buffalo horn, buffalo steak. The buffalo roamed freely in the plains of North America.
Parakeet.
Any one of many small to medium-sized species of parrot, usually with a long tail.
Examples:
Extinct parakeet, African parakeet. We had named our pet parakeets.
Parrot.
A tropical bird with a curved beak and the ability to mimic sounds, often kept as a pet and trained to copy the human voice.
Examples:
Repeat like a parrot. A talking parrot. She keeps a parrot in a bird cage as a pet.
Backyard.
A whole space behind and belonging to a house.
Examples:
Play in the backyard. Backyard barbecue. He grows vegetables in his backyard.
Heath.
An area of open uncultivated land, typically covered in heather, gorse, or other shrubs, a low-growing, evergreen shrub found in heathland areas.
Examples:
Small heath. Heath habitat. The birdwatcher spotted a rare species on the heath.
Survivor.
A person who remains alive after an event in which others have died.
Examples:
Ovarian cancer survivor. A single survivor. The shipwreck survivor was rescued after floating in the ocean for 3 days.
Recreate.
To make something that existed previously happen or appear to exist again.
Examples:
Recreate a single country. Recreate the feeling of the 1920s. She recreated the atmosphere of the pre-war age with her stage setting.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Aurochs.
An extinct species of wild oxen that inhabited Europe, Asia, and North Africa until the 17th century.
Examples:
Extinct aurochs. Auroch skeleton. The cave paintings in Lascaux depict aurochs and other animals that were once native to Europe.
Grassland.
A large area of land covered mainly by grass, with few or no trees, and typically used for grazing livestock.
Examples:
Endangered grassland. Vast grassland. Meadows and pastures are examples of smaller-scale grasslands in many parts of the world.
Continent.
One of the Earth's large landmasses. Adjective, abstaining from your feelings, especially your desire to have sex.
Examples:
The inland of a continent. Continent urinary diversion. Flight across the continent was a daring adventure in its day.
Cave.
A large hole in the side of a hill, cliff, mountain, or under the ground.
Examples:
Domiciliary caves. The mouth of the cave. Bats reside in sheltered caves.
Ibex.
A type of wild mountain goat with long curved horns.
Examples:
Alpine ibex. The male ibex. The ibex is a distant relative of the mountain goat.
Extinct.
No longer in existence.
Examples:
Extinct by human activity. Long extinct volcano. Many species have become extinct due to habitat destruction and other human activities.
Marvelous.
Causing wonder or astonishment, excellent.
Examples:
Marvelous performance. Marvelous power. The view from the top of the mountain was marvelous.
Marsupial.
Relating to or characteristic of mammals of the order Marsupialia, which typically carry their newborn offspring in a pouch on their abdomen, referring to animals such as kangaroos, koalas, and possums.
Examples:
Unique marsupial physiology. Marsupial species. The marsupial pouch provides a convenient and secure space for the young ones to grow.
Sorrow.
A feeling of deep sadness, grief, or regret, especially for something lost or ending.
Examples:
Deep sorrow. Sorrow for sin. The death of her best friend filled her with sorrow.
Mourning.
The act or expression of sorrow or grief for someone who has died, a period of time set aside for such grieving.
Examples:
Mourning period. Mourning ritual. She wore black clothing as a symbol of mourning for her grandmother.
Mourn.
To feel or express sorrow, grief, or sadness, especially over the death of someone.
Examples:
Mourn with deep grief. Mourn death. We mourned the loss of our dear friend at the memorial service.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. Damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Fossil.
Any preserved remains, impression, or trace of any once living thing that has become hard and turned into rock.
Examples:
Burning of fossil fuels. A fossil leaf. It was the fossil of a dinosaur tooth.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Obsess.
To fill the mind of someone continually so that one can't think of anything else.
Examples:
Obsess over her weight. He is obsessed with the fear. He's utterly obsessed with his promotion.
Confidence.
The feeling or attitude that one can trust or rely on the abilities or good qualities of someone or something.
Examples:
Confidence as a teacher. Boost my confidence. Skill and confidence are an unconquered army.
Methodology.
A set of ways or principles of doing, teaching, or studying something.
Examples:
Methodology for optimizing. Research methodology. We are developing a new methodology for assessing marketing measures.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Specialize.
To become an expert in a specific career field, study, or business.
Examples:
Specialize in childcare. Specialize in market research. The restaurant has chefs who specialize in beef.
Conservation.
The protection of something important, such as the natural environment or artificial structures, especially from the damaging effects of human activity.
Examples:
soil conservation, the conservation law of physics. The forest was recently designated a conservation area.
Ornithologist.
A person who studies, observes, or is an expert in the scientific field of ornithology, which is the study of birds.
Examples:
amateur ornithologist, ornithologist group. The documentary featured interviews with several renowned ornithologists discussing the bird population decline.
Bioethics.
The study of ethical issues related to life sciences and healthcare, particularly those related to the moral implications of scientific advances in medicine and biology.
Examples:
bioethics committee, bioethics research. Using animals in medical research raises complex questions about bioethics and animal welfare.
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
fortunate situation, less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
the sequence of the seasons, the DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Molecular.
Of or relating to molecules, equals a group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
molecular structure, molecular biology. Molecular weight is the sum of all the atoms.
Tissue.
An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function.
Examples:
a facial tissue, loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
pre-Christian ancient, ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Fragment.
A small piece or part broken off or detached.
Examples:
fragment of a text, a broken fragment. The archaeologist carefully pieced together the tiny fragments of pottery found at the dig site.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
a technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples.
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Genome.
The complete set or sequence of genes of a human, animal, plant, or other living things.
Examples.
Sequencing of the human genome. Genome analyses. The human genome contains approximately 3 billion chemical base pairs.
Recommend.
To suggest that someone or something would be a suitable fit for a particular purpose or role.
Examples.
Recommend a hospitalization. Recommend reading. We recommend taking media training every 6 months.
Chapter.
A separate section of a written work usually numbered and titled.
Examples.
An introductory chapter. Chapter of a political party. The final chapter provides a summary of the discussion.
Multiplex.
A cinema complex with several screens or theaters showing different films at the same time, an electronic device that allows several signals to be transmitted or processed simultaneously through a single channel. Adjective, relating to or consisting of multiple interconnected parts or elements.
Examples.
Multiplex telegraphy. Multiplex DNA analysis. The new multiplex cinema has 12 screens showing the latest movies.
Automated.
Carried out by machines or computers to replace or decrease human labor.
Examples.
Automated manual transmission. Automated way. The plant will continue operating through an automated system 24 hours a day.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples.
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples.
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Chip.
A small fragment of something broken off from the whole, a long and thin piece of potato fried in oil or fat.
Examples.
A chip of wood. I don't care a chip. We can use this campaign as a bargaining chip in the negotiations.
Precision.
The quality or condition of being exact and accurate.
Examples.
A precision instrument. Speak with precision. This operation requires both patience and precision. To To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Nevertheless.
In spite of that, yet.
Examples:
Keep working nevertheless. Nevertheless, she persevered. She was tired and hungry, but nevertheless, she persevered.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Variation.
The act or state of changing, a difference or change in the way something is done, made, or said.
Examples:
Variation of temperature. Gene variation. There is a lot of variation in the colors of flowers in the garden.
Allele.
Any of the alternative forms of a gene that can occupy a given chromosomal location.
Examples:
The allele in a pair. Inherit one allele. Environmental factors can also influence the expression of alleles, a phenomenon known as epigenetics.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Hybrid.
Composed of different elements or mixed characters.
Examples:
New hybrid system. An interspecific hybrid. The mule is a hybrid between a male donkey and a female horse.
Synthetic.
Made by combining chemical substances as opposed to being naturally occurring.
Examples:
Synthetic fiber. Synthetic fertilizer. Synthetic diamonds play an essential role as machine tool blades.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Genetically.
In a way that relates to or is produced by genes, equals the units in the cells of a living thing received by an animal or plant from its parents, or heredity.
Examples:
Genetically inherited traits. Genetically manipulated plant. The genetically modified crops were resistant to pests and required less water.
Coo.
A low, soft, murmuring sound made by a dove, pigeon, or other bird, an expression of tenderness or affection, stands for Chief Operating Officer, a senior executive position in an organization responsible for overseeing the day-to-day operations and managing various departments and functions within the company.
Examples:
Baby coo. The COO of the company. The baby let out a gentle coo as she was rocked to sleep.
Peach.
Juicy, sweet fruit with fuzzy, pinkish yellow skin, a person or thing that is particularly pleasing or attractive.
Examples:
Peach cobbler. Juicy peaches. The peach tree in my backyard produced a bountiful harvest this year.
Breast.
Either of the two round soft parts of a woman's chest which secrete milk after childbirth.
Examples:
Breast cancer. The mountain's breast. He grilled the breast meat of a chicken.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Non-profit.
Not established for commercial profit.
Examples:
A non-profit organization. Non-profit agency. Our law firm also focuses on non-profit activities.
Revive.
To bring back to life, consciousness, or strength, to restore.
Examples:
Revive my energy. Revive an old friendship. They revived the tradition of holding a parade on the main street every year.
Restore.
To repair or return something or someone to a previous good state or position.
Examples:
Restore order. Restore the emperor to the throne. The military regime has promised to restore democracy as soon as possible.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Grad.
Informal for graduate, a student who has recently graduated or is about to graduate from a school, college, or university.
Examples:
High school grad, grad student. He was proud to be a grad of the prestigious university.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Geography.
A field of science devoted to the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth.
Examples:
Geography class. Economic geography. She did well on her geography exam.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Pronounce.
To say or speak a word or words correctly or in a particular way.
Examples:
Pronounce a judgment. Pronounce a name. She struggled to pronounce the word in a foreign language.
Ancestor.
A person from whom one is descended, a forefather.
Examples:
Ancestor language. Earliest human ancestor. My remote ancestor immigrated to the United States from Ireland in the 1800s.
Domestic.
Relating to or inside a particular country, not foreign or international.
Examples:
Domestic airline. A domestic animal. GDP stands for gross domestic product. Cattle. cows, bulls, and buffaloes that are raised for their milk or meat as farm animals.
Examples:
Cattle barn, cattle hide. The cattle are on the grassland and grazing.
Unevenly.
In a manner that is not uniform or consistent, with irregularities or disparities.
Examples:
Unevenly distributed, unevenly lit. The field was mowed unevenly, making it difficult to play soccer.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples:
Breed horses. Breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Primitive.
Of or relating to an early stage of society with no industry or technological development, simple, naive, or old-fashioned in style.
Examples:
Primitive society. Artifact of a primitive humankind. The industry in this country is still primitive.
Hardy.
Able to withstand harsh conditions or difficult circumstances, robust, sturdy, or resilient.
Examples:
Hardy plants. Hardy breed. The hardy construction workers worked tirelessly in the scorching heat to complete the project.
Rebuild.
To build again or anew.
Examples:
Rebuild a company. Rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire.
Rewild.
To restore an area of land to its natural state, especially by reintroducing locally extinct species.
Examples:
Rewild land. Rewild an area. The government is considering a plan to rewild certain areas by reintroducing native species and removing non-native ones.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event. The act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Ecology.
The study of the relationships between living organisms, including humans, and their physical environment.
Examples:
Science of ecology. The ecology of the island. Many companies are now enthusiastically embracing the knowledge of ecology for sustainable development.
Canopy.
A covering, typically of fabric, supported on poles or suspended above a bed, throne, or other object, used to shelter or screen the person or object below it.
Examples:
Canopy layer. Under a canopy of smoke. The forest's canopy provides shade and protection for the plants and animals below.
Biodiversity.
The number and variety of plants and animals that exist in a particular area or the world and make a balanced environment.
Examples:
Biodiversity conservation. Loss of biodiversity. The country was instrumental in promoting the Biodiversity Treaty.
Meadow.
A field of grass and wildflowers, especially one used for hay.
Examples:
Graze in the meadow. Lowland meadow. The lush meadow was covered in wildflowers.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Capture a glimpse. Capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Cryopreservation.
The process of preserving biological material at very low temperatures, often below -150 degrees Celsius, to maintain its viability and function.
Examples:
Cryopreservation techniques. Sperm cryopreservation. The cryopreservation process typically involves special freezing agents and controlled cooling rates to minimize cell damage.
Liquid.
A substance such as water or oil that flows freely and is neither a solid nor a gas.
Examples:
Colorless liquid. Hazardous liquid. The sponge takes up the liquid well.
Nitrogen.
A chemical element with the symbol N and atomic number 7, which is a highly reactive element that forms part of many compounds, including amino acids and proteins.
Examples:
Heavy nitrogen. Nitrogen absorption. Nitrogen gas is used to inflate car tires because it does not react with rubber.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Clone.
A plant or animal whose genetic information is identical to that of a parent organism from which it was created, an unauthorized copy or imitation.
Examples:
Clone embryo. Recombinant clone. He is like an exact clone of his brother.
Pregnant.
Having a baby or young animal developing in the uterus.
Examples:
Needs of pregnant women. A silence pregnant with suspense. She vacated the position when she got pregnant.
Interspecies.
Occurring between or involving different species, pertaining to interactions between different species.
Examples:
Interspecies interaction. Interspecies communication. There are many cases of interspecies cooperation in the animal kingdom.
Respiration.
The process of inhaling and exhaling air to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide with the environment, the total of the physiological processes by which living organisms metabolize oxygen and release carbon dioxide.
Examples:
Respiration rate. Artificial respiration. The doctor carefully monitored the patient's respiration during the surgery.
Malformed.
Having an abnormal or distorted shape or structure, often due to a genetic mutation or developmental pattern.
Examples:
Malformed fetus. Malformed chromosome. The malformed puppy needed special care and attention from the veterinarian.
Lung.
Either of the two organs in the chest that people and some animals use for breathing.
Examples:
Lung capacity. Do lung transplantation. He has terminal lung cancer.
Confident.
Feeling sure about your abilities or qualities, or having trust in people, plans, or the future.
Examples:
Feel confident. A confident remark. I'm not confident in our victory.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Pioneer.
Inventor, explorer, someone who is among the first to achieve something.
Examples:
Act as a pioneer. Early pioneers. John Whitney was a computer animation pioneer.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Intact.
Undamaged and complete.
Examples:
intact brain, intact forest land. Despite the scandals, his reputation remained intact.
Viable.
Capable of being done as intended, able to succeed.
Examples:
achieve a viable relationship. Develop a viable therapy. Male gorillas with good drumming skills are more viable.
Bob.
To move up and down quickly and repeatedly, often in a short, jerky motion, to cut, trim, or shorten hair, especially by repeatedly snipping with scissors. Noun, a hairstyle in which the hair is cut short and even all around, usually above the shoulders.
Examples:
bob a quick curtsy. Bob on the surface of the water. I need to bob my head to the beat of the music.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Endangered.
At risk of extinction because it is facing significant threats.
Examples:
endangered species. Endangered ecosystem. The government has implemented policies to protect the habitat of endangered animals.
Cow.
A domesticated mammal with characteristic features such as a hump, large udders, and curved horns that is raised for its milk or meat.
Examples:
Cowherd. Dairy cow. The farmer milked the cows every morning before breakfast.
Thrive.
To grow vigorously, to make steady progress.
Examples:
thrive in a society. Thrive on pressure. Without investment, a business cannot thrive.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Induce.
To persuade someone to do something, to cause to act in a specific manner.
Examples:
induce a crisis. Induce him to see a doctor. The lack of sleep induces both physical and psychological diseases.
Pluripotent.
Describing cells that have the potential to differentiate into any specialized cell in the body, often used in the context of stem cell research and applications.
Examples:
pluripotent embryonic cells. Pluripotent gene expression. Pluripotent stem cells can differentiate into any cell in the body.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Sperm.
The reproductive cell produced by a man or male animal.
Examples:
Man with a low sperm count. Production of sperm. The male sperm fertilizes the female egg.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
Miracle person. Economic miracle. The doctors said that her recovery was a miracle.
Falcon.
A bird of prey characterized by its sharp talons and hooked beak, typically having a long tail and wingspan and known for its swift and agile flight.
Examples:
Falcon feathers. Peregrine falcon. The falcon's keen eyesight makes it an excellent hunter.
Fibroblast.
A type of cell in connective tissue that produces and maintains the extracellular matrix, which provides support and structure to tissues and organs.
Examples:
Fibroblast growth factor. Fibroblast migration. Fibroblast cells play an important role in tissue repair and regeneration.
Plasma.
Biology, the yellow-colored liquid component of blood, in which blood cells are suspended. Physics, one of the four fundamental states of matter, consisting of positive ions and free electrons.
Examples:
Plasma membrane. High-temperature plasma. Blood plasma makes up about half of the volume of blood.
Embryo.
An animal organism in the early stages of growth, either in its mother's womb or in an egg, or a plant that is developing in a seed.
Examples:
Destruction of human embryos. Embryo cloning. Our latest project is still at the embryo stage.
Gonad.
A reproductive organ that produces gametes, such as testes in males or ovaries in females.
Examples:
Gonad development. Reproductive gonad. Certain chemicals can disrupt the proper functioning of gonads, leading to reproductive problems.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples:
Increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Supplement.
Something that is added to something else to make it better or complete it.
Examples:
Wage supplement. Use of dietary supplements. Certain supplements may promote tumor growth.
Nest.
A structure in which animals lay their eggs or give birth to their young.
Examples:
Bird's nest. A nest of thieves. The female birds build a nest and lay their eggs in May.
Conservationist.
A person who advocates or acts to protect and preserve the environment and wildlife.
Examples:
Wildlife conservationist. Dedicated conservationist. The extinction of this species has been a significant concern for conservationists.
Temple.
A place of worship, especially one that is associated with a particular religion or faith, the flat area on either side of the forehead.
Examples:
Temple complex. A tour guide at the temple. He visited the temple to pray and make offerings to the gods.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Competitive.
Involving competition or competitiveness.
Examples:
A competitive price. Competitive position. The mobile application industry is a competitive one.
Ivory.
A hard, creamy white substance that comes from the tusks of elephants, walruses, and some other animals and is used to make ornaments and other decorative items.
Examples:
Tower of Ivory. Ivory carving. The intricate carvings on the ivory tusk were a work of art.
Bum.
A person who is homeless or lives in poverty, a lazy, shiftless, or worthless person, a beggar, a person who spends time doing nothing productive.
Examples:
Homeless bum. Lazy bum. He used to be a successful businessman, but now he's a washed-up bum with nothing to show.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Bald.
Having no hair on the head, having a smooth, shiny scalp with no hair.
Examples:
Bald head. Become bald. He is completely bald, having lost all his hair due to chemotherapy.
Eagle.
A large predatory bird with a hooked beak and broad wings, known for its keen eyesight and powerful flight, a symbol of strength and freedom in many cultures.
Examples:
Eagle feathers. Eagle eyes. The bald eagle symbolizes freedom and strength in the United States.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things, to narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship, to empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Captivity.
The situation in which a person or animal is kept in prison or a space that they cannot escape from.
Examples:
Escape from captivity. Animals in captivity in the zoo. Pandas rarely breed in captivity.
Condor.
A large bird of prey with a wingspan of up to 10 feet, primarily found in South America.
Examples:
Condor population. Endangered condor. The majestic condor soared through the sky, captivating everyone's attention.
Gorilla.
A large, powerful, and intelligent primate found in the forests of Central Africa, with coarse black or brown fur and a distinctive face.
Examples:
Gorilla habitat. Endangered gorilla. The gorilla at the zoo impressed visitors with its size and strength.
Ecotourism.
A form of tourism that involves responsible travel to natural areas while promoting conservation and local community development.
Examples:
Ecotourism activities. Sustainable ecotourism. The ecotourism industry strongly focuses on preserving natural habitats and protecting endangered species.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Brilliant.
Extremely clever, skilled, or impressive.
Examples:
Brilliant idea. Brilliant performance. The more brilliant you are, the more people around you look at you with envy and jealousy.
Smartphone.
A mobile phone that functions as a computer and connects to the internet.
Examples:
Smartphone app developer. Smartphone addict. Internet traffic volumes have increased significantly with the advent of smartphones.
Rhinoceros.
Also rhino, a large, thick-skinned mammal with one or two horns on the nose, typically found in Africa and Asia.
Examples:
Rhinoceros habitat. White rhinoceros. The baby rhinoceros at the wildlife sanctuary was recently born and is very cute.
Tinker.
To make repairs, adjustments, or improvements to something, especially in an experimental or makeshift way.
Examples:
Tinker with the bill. Tinker with the settings. He spent the afternoon tinkering with his car engine.
Flutter.
To wave or flap quickly and lightly, noun, the act of moving back and forth.
Examples:
Flutter around finding. A flutter of a bird. The butterfly fluttered its wings gracefully.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
A magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Woodpecker.
A type of bird characterized by its habit of tapping or drumming against tree trunks with its strong beak, known for its ability to excavate holes in tree trunks and branches for nesting and foraging purposes.
Examples:
Woodpecker nest. Woodpecker feeding. I spotted a woodpecker drilling for insects in the trunk of an old oak tree.
Monk.
A member of a religious community of men living under vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Examples:
Monk lifestyle. Cloistered monk. The ascetic monk spent his days in prayer and contemplation in the monastery.
Seal.
To close or fasten an envelope, etc. securely. Noun, a large marine mammal that chiefly lives in cold regions and comes on shore to breed.
Examples:
Seal a hole. A fur seal. He sealed the letter with hot wax.
Woolly.
Covered with thick, soft, and often curly hair or fibers, lacking clarity or precision.
Examples:
Woolly lambs. Woolly hair. The sheep had a thick, woolly coat to keep it warm in the winter.
Mammoth.
Exceedingly large or extensive. Noun, any of numerous extinct elephants widely distributed in the Pleistocene.
Examples:
woolly mammoth, a mammoth ship. The minister decided to review its mammoth public works projects.
Moral.
Concerned with the principles of what is right and wrong, fairness, honesty, etc.
Examples:
moral hazard, moral burden. Ethics deals with moral conduct.
Obligation.
The state of being morally or legally bound to do or pay something.
Examples:
a deep obligation, pay an obligation. You are under no obligation to finish the job.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality. To impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
damage a relationship, damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
expand a lineup, expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
emotional health, emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Topic.
A subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples:
a serious topic. The topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Suspect.
To consider anything to be true or probable.
Examples:
suspect a plot. Suspect that he is sick. The cops suspected him of being the killer.
Torment.
Unbearable physical pain or extreme mental distress. Verb, to cause severe physical or mental suffering to someone, or to be the victim of such suffering.
Examples:
torment of jealousy. Economic torment. The torturers inflicted great torment upon the prisoners.
Humankind.
The whole of the living human inhabitants of the earth.
Examples:
humankind as a species. History of humankind. On the geological timescale, humankind has existed for a brief moment.
Interfere.
To get involved in and prevent a process or activity from continuing.
Examples:
interfere in another country's affairs. Interfere with DNA synthesis. Your talking interferes with my work.
Unintended.
Not planned or meant.
Examples:
Unintended bias. Unintended misunderstanding. Excessive human interference in the global environment may bring unintended consequences.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Cork.
A type of light and buoyant material that comes from the bark of the cork oak tree, often used as a stopper for bottles or as a material for insulation or flooring. Verb: to close or seal something with a cork or similar stopper.
Examples:
Cork a bottle. Cork flooring. She used a cork board to display her favorite photographs.
Brand.
A type of product, service, etc., made by a particular company and sold under a specific name, identification mark on the skin of livestock, criminals, etc., made by burning.
Examples:
Create a brand logo. The brand of the new car. There's a new brand of hero in the movies now.
Shifting.
Constantly changing or moving.
Examples:
Shifting balance. Continuously shifting landscape. Trends in the fashion industry are so shifting that it is challenging to keep up with them.
Baseline.
A starting point or minimum for comparing facts, the backline bounding each end of a tennis or handball court.
Examples:
Baseline budget. Establish a baseline. The products they sell are the baseline for performance in the industry.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Generation.
All the people born and living at about the same time, regarded collectively, the production of heat or electricity.
Examples:
Generation gap. The generation of electricity. The younger generation has different values and beliefs than the older one.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Thrill.
A feeling of extreme and sudden excitement and pleasure, to cause someone to feel sudden intense sensation or emotion.
Examples:
The thrill of speed. Incredible thrill. Skydiving is an overwhelming thrill for many people.